Welcome to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. We have a heartbreaking story that you might have seen. It comes out of North Carolina. There was a grieving father and a Democratic rep who just couldn't get her story straight. So before we get into this story, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, we saw a hearing on Monday where a grieving father, well, he lost it. Steve Federico was in a hearing and a Democratic representative confused his daughter, Logan Federico, with Irina Zarutska, a Ukrainian woman who was slaughtered in cold blood on a light rail in North Carolina.
Long before this hearing, particularly...
My daughter. This isn't Irina.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is my daughter.
I am so sorry.
Okay?
I am so sorry.
This is Logan Federico.
Thank you so much for bringing that. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I am so sorry for you.
And she was before Irina.
I am so
4 months before.
I'm so sorry for your loss, and my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you.
How dare you not know her?
So, as Steve Federico points out, Logan was the victim of yet another career criminal with 40 prior arrests who should have never been released from prison. His daughter was shot at 22 years old by Alexander Dickey, who was conducting a home invasion in May of 2025 in Columbia, South Carolina, and executed Logan just absolutely in heinous fashion.
How many of y'all have kids? I'm just curious. Here's what I need you to do. When I tell you this story, think about your kids. Think about your child coming home from a night out with their friends, laying down, going to sleep, feeling somebody come in the room and wake them, and drag her out of bed, naked, forced on her knees, with her hands over her head, begging for her life, begging for her hero, her father, me, that couldn't be there. She was 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds. Bang! Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 goddamn times, 25 felonies, was on the street. How about that? How good are we doing for our family? How good are you doing for your kids? He should have been in jail for over 140 years for all the crimes he committed. You know how much time he spent in prison? A little over 600 days in 10 years. He's only 30 years old. He was committing 2.65 crimes a year since he was 15 years old, but nobody could figure out that he couldn't be rehabilitated. Well, you'd have to put him in prison to see if he could be rehabilitated. Isn't that the idea of prison? But no, my daughter wanted to be a teacher. She finally figured it out 2 weeks before she was executed. And I haven't heard a damn word from Byron Gibson in South Carolina. Not one word. 4 months, no communication. His biggest concern was that he was pissed off about my interview and how I made him look on the Fox News channel with Trey Gowdy. How pathetic is that? That we're letting our 22-year-old kid visiting friends. It's all she ever wanted to do was visit friends. And she literally was executed while on her knees begging for her life. Her name's Logan Federico, not Irina. And you will not forget her. I promise you. You will be sick and tired of my face and my voice until this gets fixed. I will fight until my last breath for my daughter. You need to fight for the rest of our children, the rest of the innocents, and stop protecting the people that keep taking them from us. Please. You have the power. We put you in the power to do what you have to do. We're asking you, we're begging you all to stop this. 39 crimes in 10 years, 25 felonies. Can anybody here explain to me, well, how possibly he could be on the street? Possibly be on the street. How is it possible? I could sit down in a room and I could explain the whole process of how it failed, how South Carolina failed, Logan, okay? How lack of communication. What y'all did, you woke up a beast and you pissed off the wrong daddy. Because I'm going to put it out there, and I'm not going to be quiet until somebody helps. Logan deserves to be heard. Everyone on this panel deserves to be heard. And we will. Trust me. My daughter laid on the floor for 7 hours before somebody in that house recognized that something was wrong. And that career criminal, an hour later, went on a spending spree with her debit card. When they saw his face on a video, they didn't have to do a check. He was arrested so many times, they knew who he was. They knew exactly where to go get him. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that I'm here today. Thank you for your time.
And the grieving father noticed that the solicitor, the prosecutor, Byron Gibson, well, he didn't even seem to really care as much about Logan Federico as he did about the Fox News hits that her father was doing in the aftermath of her brutal murder. So really these soft on crime and Soros prosecutors around the country don't have a conscience, apparently. They don't seem to care when young women can't even ride a metro rail or even go on college visits without the threat of getting raped or murdered. And it's really enough is enough, because they have made it absolutely clear they don't care about the safety and the welfare of American citizens. They've let the inner cities in this country go to absolute waste as people are just subjected to threats on a daily basis. Kids cannot go to school safely. And this is all part of a Democrat machine that has been going on for decades at this point. And the Democratic Party, it really is in shambles at this point. All they have is finger pointing and scapegoating of Donald Trump and his supporters, because their policies are putting Americans at risk. I mean, we look at Portland recently. There were radical Antifa members attacking police officers, according to the videos that we saw recently at Explain America. In Chicago, they have a major ICE operation right now, and the ICE officers have to wear masks and be armed up because the drug cartels have infested there, and radicals want to dox ICE officials and subject them to danger, because this is all at the end of the day about illegal aliens. So speaking of which, we have Representative Jasmine Crockett, and she commented about a victim of an illegal alien named Kayla Hamilton. And Kayla Hamilton was only 20 years old when she was assaulted and strangled by a member of MS-13. Jasmine Crockett, who we're obviously not fans of here, she made the comment that this is a random dead person.
Stop just throwing a random dead person's name on something.
And she made that comment in reference to a bill being named after Kayla, and it sought to shore up some of the loopholes in the immigration system. And this kind of language really exposes the void in their hearts, and this sort of unconscionable rhetoric, this demonization of anyone who disagrees with them. Well, conservatives just want to protect life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all Americans, regardless of race, ethnicity, sexual preference, and religion. So we are really at a breaking point in this country, and this man spoke for a lot of us who are just extremely concerned about the danger that these Democrats in major cities especially are posing to Americans.
Stephen, I saw that video and I was enraged right along with you. First of all, I'm so sorry for the loss of your daughter. It is a heartbreak. I have a daughter about the same age. And you say that Logan's suspected killer, Alexander Dickey, was treated with more respect, seemed to have more rights than she did. What did you mean by that?
Well, I mean, if you take a look at his criminal resume, he's got 39 crimes, 25 felonies. And they cared more about making sure he wasn't put in prison than worrying about whether or not he was going to hurt somebody. His crimes escalated every time he committed a new one. I mean, he finally graduated to the jackpot and executed our daughter. I mean, we're still trying to hear from the South Carolina solicitor to see what he's going to do, whether or not he's going to seek the death penalty or not, which obviously it checks all the boxes that it does. But they're more concerned about keeping criminals out of the prisons and out of the institutions than they are putting them in there to try to rehabilitate them. You can't rehabilitate some of these guys. It's just impossible.